we're in the new year and I haven't drawn since my Christmas drawing challenge. I need to get creative again, and it's a new week, new year. Typically getting back into drawing, I just have to feel it coming, and I haven't really been feeling it. Where the creativeness, where has it been? It's been dormant because I've just been playing Animal Crossing every day this whole Christmas break, prepping for the new updates. But to get back into drawing, I try to go in it with no expectations, which can be really difficult, especially with doing anything creative, because if you have an idea, that's sort of an expectation. So I'm going to try to draw in my smaller sketchbook, which I usually don't have that hard of a time drawing in. And then maybe in this one that I just put new stickers on, yeah, maybe I'll paint in there in my other sketchbook as well. So yeah, let's see what happens. And speaking of Animal Crossing, right before I started recording, I just wanted to get back into sketching really quick, so I drew my Animal Crossing character. And I really like to wear the hood hats that completely cover your entire head, and one of my favorites is the hot dog hat. It is so silly. And I also like to wear a silly mustache as well, and then whatever cute outfit. So this is what my Animal Crossing character was wearing today. Yeah, it was just really silly and fun to draw. The proportions aren't perfect, but whatever. It was my first time drawing since Christmas Day, so it's been a while, but I think it's really cute, and I used my favorite markers, and it just made me feel good. But right now my Pinterest is full of Animal Crossing build ideas, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit more searching for some drawing ideas today. I just also really like to draw clovers, so maybe we'll do a bit of that to help me get back into drawing. So if you ever struggle with drawing butterflies, sketching butterflies, painting butterflies, it can be really difficult because they are symmetrical creatures. They're pretty much exactly the same on each wing, and same shape and everything. The trick to drawing anything that has some sort of symmetry, like eyes, is to draw both sides back and forth. Don't just stick to drawing one side and it ending up perfect and then trying to do the other side and it not going as you planned, especially seeing one perfect side and a not so perfect side. So I'm not perfect at drawing many things or anything really. I'm not going to claim that I'm perfect at drawing stuff, But the trick is to draw on both sides back and forth. Just like keep alternating on whatever you're drawing on one side, whether it's like a part of the butterfly wing or even an antenna. Just keep going back and forth, back and forth. Try it out. Trust me. I think it works really well. I haven't drawn that many butterflies in my life, honestly, and this one turned out pretty good given how quick I was doing it and just like being inexperienced in drawing stuff like this. So just the trick for symmetry is just going back and forth, honestly. So over the break I got back into journaling and I picked up some cool stamps and stuff. So along with that I felt like making some new ones of my own. So these are ones that I've made, and then I have a bunch of little ones. They're just like so fun to use, especially if you make them yourself. So I made some clover ones, some new stars, and this nice like spiral squiggly thing, and a spiral itself too. These are really cool. They click together so you can like form your own words instead of doing letter by letter by letter. They stick together, which are really, really cool. The only annoying thing with these is, I mean, I do it, but I put all of them back where they are, like in the alphabet, and like even these spacers. So when I want to get all the letters to make a word, it is a bit of a hassle to put them all back. I suppose you could just like separate them all and put them in some kind of container, but I don't know, I kind of want to keep them how they are. So that's me. And I know I said that you could make your own words by sticking them together, but I kind of want a little bit of the uneven letters today. Oh, I have my own ladybug stamp. And my fingers are already getting dirty. Love it. I'm gonna let that dry because I don't want it to smudge. While that other sketchbook page dries, I'm gonna head into my other sketchbook with more textured paper and just do a portrait sketch just to, you know, draw. I planned on painting this with gouache paint, and I ended up changing my mind pretty quickly on that because I wasn't feeling like getting all of the painting materials out. I don't have them all like super easy to grab, like with like my art supply storage, so it's a bit annoying to like get this out and then that out and then get a cup of water. So I resorted to just doing a marker drawing, which are easier for me to grab, and they're all together in, you know, whatever container they are in. Even though sometimes I do kind of have to do like the same amount of work with any kind of rendering, which is just like building up on how you want your drawing to look, or also like blending, just like building on, you know, the colors and stuff like that to like make it look like a finished drawing. I never actually thought about that, until right now that like kind of no matter what material you're using, it's not always like super easy to just start drawing. Like even if you are doing something with crayons, if you've ever just like filled in a little bit with a crayon, like it's pretty light, so you really need to keep building and building on that area and just like keep adding color, adding undertones or whatever. Like it doesn't really matter if you're painting, where obviously with paint you need some kind of base color down or even an underpainting, and then you know you just need something to build upon. Like I've seen a lot of people call like the ugly stages, like your drawing has to look ugly before it looks really good. So like it might look a bit crazy for a bit, like some colors are just standing out and not the way that you want it. And you can kind of see that happening here, where I wanted to do some like under pink colors because that's what I saw in this person's skin, and try to build on that with some other like pale tones. And it obviously looks a bit weird because there's a lot of empty spaces and everything, so it kind of has to look bad before it looks good. And take bad however which you will, whatever you think doesn't look as great, not like bad and horrible or anything. Although I remember when I was drawing this, I was like, this is looking crazy, I think I need to fill in the hair so that I can, you know, adjust to whatever I'm looking at. And I remember that happening when I painted a self-portrait and I did like all of the skin first, and I was like, why does the skin look so weird? Like it's looking green and like too yellow, and it's like does not match my skin. And then I painted in the hair, which at the time was like a really dark black, and I think it just did like a dark brown, and I was like, okay, yeah, that helped a lot. So you need that contrast sometimes to help you like see what you're looking at, which you can achieve a little bit better with paints. And since I was using alcohol markers, I didn't want to cover the entire thing with the marker, so I just went on straight onto the white paper, which I haven't done in a while. I usually do some kind of underpainting, even when I was using alcohol markers in that series that I did where I was drawing Christmas. I did a pink underpainting underneath all of those drawings, and it just helped me see like a layer of some kind of color on there first. So that's why I really like to do underpaintings, especially pink. Different colors achieve like different sort of moods or tones to however you're trying to portray in your painting or drawing. And I don't know, for this day I just didn't think about that. For this, like I said, I feel like I would just lose my sketch or something if I just did all that. So maybe I could have used something else, or maybe I could have even used like a really thin coat of underpainting, just like a really watered down paint, and maybe I could have drawn on that with alcohol markers, but I've never tried that. So that could be something to experiment, or let me know if you've tried that. I would like to hear if anybody's even thought about doing that, because I think that would kind of work, but I feel like it would just be too wet. I have no idea. Alcohol markers are pretty wet, although they dry really fast because it's alcohol. But of course that also depends on what kind of paper you're using. Textured paper will absorb it a lot faster than like glossier paper, and obviously thinner paper will it'll just bleed right through. So yeah, I'm rambling, but I am pretty much done with this drawing, just doing a bits of details, and then I will also use some colored pencils to complete the drawing. that's it for today's little video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you enjoyed your holidays as much as I have. I had a lot of fun just like drawing again. It's been a couple of days, and I've just been in relax mode for these past few weeks or so, and it's just been fun to like get back and sit at my desk and draw again. Make sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.